Welcome back, Cyprus user. In today's video, we are going to discuss about accounting schema. In the Cyprus system, the accounting schema is one of the important window where you use to define your costing, default costing method, the costing level. You would be able to define whether you are going to utilize the commitment accounting or not. So there are various things that needs to be set it up at the level of the accounting schema into the Cyprus ERP system. So let's move on to the into the system, and we'll see how we would be able to define the accounting schema in the Cyprus ERP system. So I'm at my login screen and I'm going to log in with Cyprus admin. And once I have logged in, thereafter you would be able to see the financial management. Under the financial management, you would be able to figure out the accounting schema. So at the level of the accounting schema, here the important part is the default accounting schema gets generated as a result of client setup. But if you want to make the changes at this level, you would be able to make the changes. So here the accounting schema represents the name. Thereafter there is a gap. So it is presently there is no consequences, functional consequences of this, and that is just for the information purpose, that which generally accepted accounting principles utilized. So you would be able to define here. Thereafter, your commitment type represents whether you want to utilize the commitment postings or not into the VA system, so you would be able to select accordingly. Thereafter, the costing method, so you just need to select the relevant costing methods out of the given costing methods. The costing level represents that on which level you want to generate the cost of the product, so you would be able to define that either it is organization, client, batch, or lot. Thereafter, the base currency uh, of your organization, so you would be able to define here. Thereafter, you want to automatically control the periods, then you can mark it up, which I will not recommend. So if it is marked, then the system will check the date of the transaction. If it lies between these two as per the period defined, based on that the system will allow you to post, and in that case the system will not check the financial period, whether financial period control is open or closed. Okay, so I will not allow this. Thereafter, there is an element separator which would be utilized into the next steps. Then thereafter, if you want to say post rate discount you want to post, you can mark it as true. If you want to post the services, then you can mark it as true. The explicit cost adjustment, you can mark it as true. Then allow negative postings, then you would it means in some cases the negative postings would be allowed. There are posted if clearing equal. Okay, and thereafter the only organization is utilized when you have a multiple the legal entities. Out of those legal entities there is a different base currencies, and you just want to define the multiple accounting schema. In that case it would be utilized, so you just need to select accordingly. If it is a single accounting schema and applicable for all the organization, you need not to select anything at this particular level. Create GL and defaults would be utilized to copy from the one accounting schema to another accounting schema at the level of the journal ledger, and the defaults at that time it would be utilized. So this is the way how you would be able to define the accounting schema header. Then move on to accounting schema element, and this element is the accounting dimensions into the Cyprus system you need to define. By default, whichever is selected at the level of the tenant generations comes automatically. Apart from that, some of others you want to enable, you would be able to enable by clicking or selecting some of them here. Okay, so that is basically the accounting schema elements. So one of the element here is the chart of account. Which chart of account is applicable for this accounting schema, that has to be selected, and based on that there is the general ledger codes would be enabled at this particular level. Okay. And similarly the default accounts, if you figure out that the default accounts and the other things are not up to the mark and you want to update all these, then you would be able to update all these. Okay, so once it is updated and saved, thereafter from the accounting default at the bottom, add or copy records. So once you click on this, thereafter the system will push all these ledger codes to your master windows. Otherwise, at the level of the master windows, whenever you create a new record, the system will, during the saving of that record, the system will copies the ledger codes from this place to those place, right? So at the level of the product category, at the level of the tax rates, we have already gone through that. The system copies the ledger code, and in case if you want to make the changes at those ledger codes, you would be able to do so. So that is how you would be able to set up your accounting schema into the Cyprus system. I hope by going through with this particular video, you would be able to configure your accounting schema the way you want it. And if you find out this video is knowledgeable and you would be able to configure your accounting schema yourself, I would request that you will share this video along with your colleagues so that they will learn how to set up the accounting schema into the Cyprus ERP system. And I would request you to subscribe our channel. Till then, thanks a lot. Bye bye.